1 year ago, the world's finest Dota teams gathered in Germany. For 5 days, the world watched as they battled in the International. A tournament with a grand prize of $1 million. All believed the tournament could change their lives. But only one team would emerge victorious. Now the teams gather again. A new city. A new arena. New rosters, new faces. United by one common feature. They are the best of the best. Who will emerge as the new champions? The battle begins.
Welcome to the International.
It's official, ladies and gentlemen. It will be LGD, the first team to advance through the winners bracket.
Here we go, the Ravage game will hit on everybody.
Complexity knowing their beat, they call the GG.
So IG takes it, man, 2-1.
In spectacular fashion, takes a 27-minute win, and they're on their feet here in Seattle. Standing ovation for the defending champions.
Orange becoming a bigger and bigger contender here in the lower bracket. Complexity, the first American team to be knocked out. The EG path ends now. And Dara is removed.
DK advancing past Tongfu. eHome has ended their run here in Seattle. IG has extended theirs. Zenith was in the winner's bracket at the onset of play today. They fall completely out of the tournament now.
Your defending champions will be going to the winner bracket finals.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to day 3, the final day of the International Dota 2 Championships. We got down to our final 3 teams. We're, of course, waiting now on Na'Vi versus LGD. And I do apologize, Bruno. When I threw it away, I forgot I was the only person with the show schedule. So yes. I'm not sure what you threw it to, but it was still a good little recap for everybody at home. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic game. We're going to go to an interview in just a moment. I believe LGD are going to be ready. But guys, just anything you want to say quickly before we see what LGD have to say about playing against Na'Vi?
I feel like God's hit it on the head. Na'Vi are one of the few teams. LGD are a team that really like to run very similar strategies. They do have interchangeable parts and interchangeable roles, but generally they really like the same thing over and over. And Na'Vi are a team that take you out of your comfort zone.
All right, well, let's see if LGD are comfortable then as we go to an interview with DDC.
好，各位观众朋友们，大家好，我是精灵。那接下去马上就要进行的是胜者组总决赛，是由 LGD 对阵 Na'Vi。那目前站在我身边的这名选手呢，是来自于老干爹的 DDC。你好，
大家好，我是老干爹 DDC。
好了，那么你们即将面临的对手呢是去年的卫冕冠军 Na'Vi 战队。那 在之前的训练以及比赛中，其实老干爹并没有和他们交锋过。那面对这样一个未知的对手，不知道 DDC 现在的心情如何呢？
希望对手会放点水吧。
好，那也是很幽默的一个回答啊。那在之前 IG 对阵 Navi 的时候，其实 IG 是每一场都必办屠夫。那不知道老干爹在阵容方面是否也会这样做呢？
我们不会，我们选择打我们擅长的4保1打法，然后不管他屠夫还是什么，打好自己都行了。
好，那么还有一个问题，就是 DDC 的话也是非常有女生缘的一名选手。那在这里不知道有没有什么话想要对你的女粉丝说呢？
暂时没看到什么女粉丝，如果有的话，就是我房间号是845。
好了，那么也是感谢 DDC 的采访。那希望老干爹能够发挥出色，谢谢。
All right then, so a nice final comment from DDC, but of course LGD and the team have been undefeated so far, and here are the 5 members we have yet to lose a game. I'm going to quit after this, I promise. Here we go.
DDC Macau China.
Sala Shanghai China.
小八湖南 China.
姚湖南 China.
Okay then, guys at the panel, for the sake of my career, I'm going to let you do all the talking.
Well, to me, this is a dream.
Man, I wanted us to not talk. It would have been awesome.
Oh, that was
good. That was good.
But for the sake of our career, I figured someone should say something.
Yeah. LGD before we go to
They're a true
Navi.
team. I mean, it's always one of those things where if there's a lane to farm, they always look around and say, can someone use this better than I can? It's never about one player.
All right. But yeah, all 5 members have been playing amazing all throughout the tournament. And the team that has to take them down in the winner bracket finals are, of course, Navi. And we're going to go for an interview, I believe, with Puppy and Dendy.
Hey guys, this is Purge, and I'm here with 2 of Navi's players. It is Dendy and Puppy. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
All right. How do you guys think you're going to do against LGD in the winners bracket finals? Congrats on winning, by the way.
It's going to be the hardest game of like our whole year, so we're looking forward to it.
Any thoughts, Master Stare?
Good.
All right. So they haven't actually dropped a game yet. Do you guys think that you're going to be able to do it? You'll have 2 chances at least. Once in the winner's bracket. If you guys lose there, you'll play them again in the loser's bracket. Do you think you have a shot?
Of course we have a shot, but I mean, it depends who's more prepared to win this match. I'm not really sure who is.
All right. How about the loser's bracket teams? DK is currently playing against IG. Everybody previously thought IG was most likely going to go most of the way as well. So do you think DK is going to ultimately take the win?
For now, we saw like the first game DK won. I think they made like some little mistakes which they should not have done, like they weren't doing before. They did those mistakes against us too. DK did. I think DK has learned much in this tournament, and we will see.
All right, and Dendy, since you're really adamant about staring at the fans, do you have anything you'd like to say to them?
Good.
All right. Well, thanks for the.
Wait. He wants to say something.
Good.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for the interview. Good luck in the future. And back to you, James.
All right. Thank you, Purge. We should just go straight to the lineup as the guys are already in bans and picks. We don't want to miss that. So here's the whole of Navi.
Arsart, Moscow, Russia.
Dendy, Lviv, Ukraine.
Light of Heaven, Moscow, Russia.
Puppy, Tartu, Estonia.
Хвост, Kyiv, Ukraine.
And that completes the whole lineup of Navi, and that was the stare that Dendy gave Ferrari earlier, and it was meant for all 5 members of the LGD team. So really quickly, guys, predictions, who's going to win and why?
Navi. They got Dendy.
All right.
LGD, they're a team.
This is like a remake of Rocky 4, you know, Ivan Drago, the big guy who never loses, injects stuff into his arm. Navi being Rocky, he's going to get this.
I have no idea what's going on with the panel today, but all I can say is the games are going to be amazing. We're going to go straight into this one. It's Navi versus LGD, winner bracket game, best of 3. Winner will move on to the grand finals, and let's hand it over to Toby and Cinderin.
That is right. Welcome to your winners bracket final. The last hope remaining for non-China, up against a team who at this point has not dropped a single game here in the International. LGD, man, they are looking so strong. They are looking so strong for China. Of course, we do have myself, Toby1, and Cinder, and my co-commentator. We'll be taking you through this best-of-3 matchup. And I gotta say, Cinder, already with the draft, we have got some interesting things unfolding in front of us.
Yeah, whoa. All right. All right, I'll have to be very quick with this because the draft is almost over. LGD on the Radiant side have the first pick and first ban. They ban out Chen, Lycan, Ench. They've banned Tide as well as Pudge. On Navi's side, we've banned Invoker, Morph, Enigma, Prophet, as well as Chaos Knight. First pickup for LGD was Darkseer. Navi's response, Rubik, Antimage. LGD then back with Naga Siren and Leshrac. Back over to Navi, they took Shadow Shaman. I already had the ban, so we're not saying them again. Venomancer, next pick for LGD. Then we're back to Beastmaster for Navi, and finally Dragon Knight is the last pick of LGD. And what is interesting about this is that LGD get the Naga Darkseer that they love to have, that is considered one of the most overpowered combos in the game, but that Navi willingly gave away to IG yesterday to destroy it. Now, how Navi dealt with it was having Juggernaut and Enigma with magic immunity, so that when the sleep ended, they would use the spin, they would use BKB Black Hole, catch everybody out, and take a massive fight. This time, Navi have given it away again, and they don't have this counter. They banned the Enigma themselves. I'm not sure if they're trying to show us that they can do without it. And they take Coddle as their last pick.
We get to have Ileso.
I have no idea what the plan is.
Man.
But I'm ready to be surprised.
As Puppy says, Navi never has a plan. They just do. It's just what happens. Let's run through very quickly what we've currently got over on LGD. We know Sylar. He is one of the biggest carriers. He is the talk of the tournament as far as CS goes on his anti-mage. He'll be taking up the Naga Siren. We've got Zhao 8. He'll be on to our Darkseer. Joining will be Yao, the big hard carry of LGD. On to the Dragon Knight. DDC will be our Leshrac, and DD over on the Venomancer. Jumping very quickly over to Na'Vi. Puppy will be taking the man with the biggest laser in the game, the Keeper of the Light. Joining him will be Arsart up on the top lane as well. Dendi will be your Rubik solo mid. Light of Heaven, Beastmaster for the bottom lane solo. And looks like a Vorst, well, maybe. Yeah, he'll be running top. He's using his blink to plant the wards and not risking the life there of Light of Heaven. But he will end up on top lane. Hello, top. Papi and Arsart just saying a little bit of hello to the LGD side before they start off.
Yeah, and we've got to say before this game really gets underway, can we get some noise? First off, LGD, can we get some noise for the undefeated team?
And of course, the last hope left for non-Chinese. Who is here for Na'Vi?
And the defending champions, Na'Vi, showing great advantage here on the top lane, or great presence, we should say, already knowing why LGD went up here to place that Observer Ward. Instant sentry coming out of Puppy. Don't want LGD to have the vision up here to know what's going on. They've probably figured out, since they went to place this particular Observer Ward behind the tower, LGD want to challenge. They want to send 3 heroes up here and try to lock down Havost's farm. And this is a hard lane to go up against. Keeper of the Light on a try versus try. That Illuminate does so much damage. And if there's anything coming in from Dendi, any good gank, then a very good position. However, LGD's tri-lane, not to be trifled with. Ensnare into Gale, into that Split Earth, and that could lock down almost anyone, even Havost.
Puppy, he's searching for this one sentry ward, and he realizes it's in too deep and he can't do anything about it. So he's going to now switch himself over to top lane harassment. This is where this tri-lane, this aggressive tri-lane for LGD could come completely undone. One Illuminate can remove so much life. Venomancer as well as Leshrac. They cannot keep taking this up, and that's when the Force will jump. Arsart with his shock as well. It's so easy, and that's what basically Na'Vi, I think, is looking at as their counter to Naga Siren. Stronger lanes from the get-go. That's what they want. That's what they should get. And they're also going to have the extra advantages later on in the game of Light of Heaven. He's going one-on-one with the Darkseer. Not an easy lane for Light of Heaven. Hello, top lane, trapped on the Force. Gale as well. Leshrac Split Earth. They're going to get the blink away. Just in time for Sylar. He copped the Illuminate as well as the shot from Arsart. do a lot of damage to him, and that will force out the salve from him. In the meantime, it looks like Zhao and Light of Heaven, they're playing around on that tier 1 tower in the bot lane. Now the creep wave comes in. Light of Heaven, gotta be cautious. The new creep wave from his makes the arrival as well. Any lane, things could go horrendously wrong for either side right now. It could happen anywhere.
And you've got to say this mid lane is interesting as well. We've got Dendi playing that Rubik up against a melee hero in mid, the Dragon Knight, running the bottle build as usual. When you run Dragon Knight solo mid, you'll usually get the bottle or the soul ring. Yao chose to go for the bottle this time around. In this mid lane, how are we looking for CS right now? Who's taking the advantage? Dendi, the big farmer of the game so far, 11 for 2. Yao, only 7 for 2. So Dendi has a good head start in the mid lane, gets his fast bottle as well. And looks like there's 2 sentry wards on the courier as well. I'm not sure what Na'Vi want to do with these ones.
Could just be so they can get rid of that final ward, which is blocking their easy pull. And that will be the pull the puppy wants. Instead, he'll pull the centaurs off from the side. That's all he can really try and do for now. That's how Love Light of Heaven on this bottom lane. He's going to get an early soul ring, already up to almost level 4. I'm interested to see just how long he remains there. Do we see a rotation out from Na'Vi where they drop Puppy on down and bring Light of Heaven up there? Use that roar. By the time that this top lane probably erupts, we could see First Blood being initiated by that roar of Light of Heaven.
It's very likely that Na'Vi's plan right now is to get the level 6 on Beastmaster and then do a TP gank.
Puppy can see where they're playing. Eats through the trees so he gets into a better range so he can pop off that Illuminate.
And he has skilled Mana Leak on level 2.
Must be for Naga. Force him out, try and get that stun. Yeah, but no Chakra. I suppose when you think about it, there's still got some decent clarities up here.
I can't imagine this being on purpose. But again, like I said, I'm waiting to be surprised by Na'Vi having some sort of interesting idea here. But I don't see how this Mana Leak... Perhaps it's he feels like it's the only way they can get the kill in the lane. They need this extra stun from the Mana Leak. Get the target out of mana, get the 1.3 second stun after the leak. And set up in that way. But so far in the top lane, worth noting, Naga Siren 15 CS, Anti-Mage 6.
But look at Darkseer as well, 21 on that bot lane. Light of Heaven is just bunkering down, and you see him going first item boots, so he's going to use the slower the boar as well as the boots just to keep himself out of range of that Darkseer. Dendi, he knows something's up in the mid lane, goes down the river at the same time that DD abandoned his idea of ganking up that, as it was just dewatered before by the Venomancer, so Denny knew there was trouble in the mid lane. Now top lane, Horse still wants to get in close towards Sylar, but you are right, man. 18 for 5 up against 7 for 2. This is dangerous grounds for Na'Vi. Their carry is not getting the farm he needs. That's going to require these other 2 lanes to really make a big opening. But we know Horst. He's just like Sylar. Give him some space, and he'll get some very quick farm. But it's got to come with the gank. It's got to more than likely come from Light of Heaven.
Exactly. They need to find some sort of opening first, and right now it just doesn't seem like it's there, because this top lane from LGD is so powerful that they can't really find the opening without the Beastmaster or the Rubik coming in. So it's going to be a matter of...
Tangle now up on Puppy. This could be a really bad time for them. Shot from Arsad. They're going to jump down on Puppy. He's not dead yet. He is. Sylar. Venomancer gets the first kill out. His instantly return will be a double kill now for Avos. Now he wants Sylar as well. Chase him down. Arsad needs something. Avos has Blink. Might be able to get the block, but he won't be able to get the kill. Support rotating up, but Sylar runs high. Pops the salve. Maybe Avos in 2 seconds. Support is coming in. DDC, if Avos wants to jump this, he has got to be cautious. DDC will love it, and he jumps back up to go farm. But still 2 for 1 now.
2 for 1. First blood going to LGD, but Na'Vi responding.
Mid lane, Dendi on low light, but he had an Invis rune. Coddle comes in to help him out as well. So Puppy now joining this middle lane, and maybe this is what the Mana Leak was for. Put it on DK, give Dendi the upper hand. And DK's running boots, so that Mana Leak will really start to stuff with him up.
I'm not sure. Oh,
Horse trapped, Galed, and Split Earth. Blink won't be in time. LGD able to bring him down now 2-2.
And just when I said that there was going to be an opening made by Rubik or Beastmaster, the top lane is like, no, we'll make our own openings. LGD going in, get the first blood, they pay 2 for it. So probably a better trade for Na'Vi there, but since Horst died shortly after, I still think LGD has got this lane very well under control. They know they're winning bottom lane. It's Darkseer against Beastmaster, an unwinnable
look at the run.
lane.
Look at the run. Dendi, telekinesis. He's not going to put him up on the ledge, though.
Oh, should have put him on the cliff there if he could.
Maybe the pull range wasn't enough. It would have been close. And it could have actually pushed him closer towards the rune, so Dendi goes for a save for telekinesis instead.
Yeah, does get that double damage rune, immediately bottle crowing after that. He's just using that courier as much as possible to his advantage here in the mid lane.
Still got to be careful though. He knows Venomancer is stalking him in the middle lane. But with that double damage and the Fade Bolt, it just removes DK's ability to get last hits. He's 21 for 7 up against Denny's 26 for 7. But it's that Flame Breath from DK which is giving him what he needs. 4 points up from Yao up on that one. And the bottle is letting him spam that out as well.
Yeah, Yao is looking good in that mid actually. I'm not sure what just happened there, but I bet it was good.
I can tell you something that's good right now, and that is the quad stack of Ancients for Na'Vi.
Oh, Dendi gets in trouble, but good telekinesis. And now he stole something. He stole Dragon Form.
Dendi goes Poison Dragon.
This is going to be really good for Na'Vi if they want to try to push that top lane with Keeper of the Light. Having that Dragon Form for the extra poison damage on that tower, 20 damage per second for 5 seconds is an absolutely insane pushing ability. Unfortunately, he can't really use the Dragon Form to get the Dragon Tail off because he doesn't have Dragon Tail. But still, it's a good form to have. Movement speed gets the
poison tick.
Oh wait, hang on. Does it work like this? Mouse over the Elder Dragon Form. Bonus attack range 372. Does that stack with his own? So he has like 1,000.
Actually, technically it should. Arsat, oh man, be careful. Silas looking for the ensnare. He's got to latch him up. Arsat once again using the Fog of War, staying away. Denny's moving up right now. He'll push Silas back. Fade Bolt, he's doing so much damage now. The Dragon Form is up. A horse is in. DD's on the run. DD's is down. Denny will go down. Silas brings it down. Mantling, stopping Silas in his track. A horse kills off the Venomancer on the sidelines. Dragon Tail stunning up on Puppy. He wants to run away. One last blast. But 3 for 2 going in favor of LGD.
I think
is he done? Is he done? He's done.
He should be done. There's no way he can get anything here. But the big surprise for me is that there's so much fighting going on, and the one hero who isn't there for Na'Vi is the one they really need.
The Beastmaster. Where's the
Light of Heaven?
Is he just farming up Necro Book down there? Is he having a holiday?
Needs to get that TP scroll and be a part of these fights. This fight was so long and was such a big dive that a Primal Roar could have easily given Na'Vi an edge on that one. Even Darkseer showed up from the bottom lane and surged his way all the way into the enemy woods to give assistance. They need Light of Heaven to be there. And now I think he's going to make a move. No, he's still farming.
No, all he wants is the Ancient stack. It's slightly oversized.
He's going to
That's 6. That is 6 stacks. This is going to be a huge burst of income and levels as well. Arsat might also be taking a look. Don't go near that, Arsat. You will die.
Yeah, it's a good idea for Arsat to take share in this experience. They need to get this Primal, not the Primal Roar, they have that. The Mass Serpent wards for Arsat, they want to have them available to get perhaps a couple of good ward traps out in these fights. It's one of the really good abilities to have against the Darkseer, who can search you out.
Stun, instantly hits on the hot force. He can blink himself away. He's ensnared up for the moment. Burning off mana from Sylar. Edict damage, blink yourself away. Venomancer DD might be able to finish this one off, or maybe not. Support's coming in. Puppy is here. Maybe enough. The oldie as well. The blast of Boss will go down. Connell gets it, but now the ensnare. Sylar will keep going. The creep wave's going to come in, but Puppy, Riptide, it's too much damage by LGD. 10 HP, not enough HP. He will take a fall. Connell and AM go down for the price of a Veno. This is not what Na'Vi intended. And enforced. It's aggressive TP to that tier 1 tower when he knew those stuns were there.
Is under attack.
I'm still just really, I'm surprised by Navi's decision, but I'm going to wait and see what it's going to bear with it, because this Beastmaster is going to be the fastest level 11 in the game. He's level 10 now as an offlaner at 10 minutes. It's completely unheard of how much he's getting here.
Is he farming a Blink Dagger? Is he going to go the
He might
aggressive
just
jump in?
farm up a Blink and then just be roaming all over the place. This could be the game plan for Na'Vi, that they're like, okay, we let him farm, we get level 6
now,
on our
pop
side.
top lane, Havors already getting Edict damage up. There's the ensnare. No blink at the moment. Connell Blast not going to be enough. It's going to go through DD, however. And he's got to move himself away from that tower. They're able to pick up again another kill on Anti-Mage.
This decision for Na'Vi to farm a Beastmaster could be well worth it, but not if they're waiting. Not if it takes so long that they keep getting picked off on the AM. He's had 3 deaths now. Nice kill. Wonder how he got that one. Guess it was a good Illuminate by itself. Just took down DD.
He died here. He died there.
Perfect wave
He
from
managed to
Connell in that
blast
case.
all the way down. That might be maximum range.
Now Puppy has the mana for a recall. No, he has the mana. Yeah, he used recall on
he brings
Havors, so
in.
he comes back for free without having to use a TP scroll.
Yep.
But that means Puppy very, very low on mana.
Light of Heaven's about to pop level 11. He's got 2,600 gold. And Dendi is still just having fun in mid lane. He's got Dragon Form back again too. He's managed to steal that off DK again.
Needs to be careful.
Oh, Telekinesis going to pull Yao back in, but Dendi doesn't mana for a real good combo. He's just trying to do as any harassment he can, but 2 points up in Dragon's Blood makes DK very, very difficult to even just harass.
And I also want to point out, you know, Light of Heaven, he's been getting a lot down here. He's taken the Ancient stack. He's got a lot of farm down, almost level 11. He's still out farmed by Darkseer.
Any Dragon you can do, I can do better is happening in the middle lane. Meanwhile, top lane, we've got now Darkseer on the top lane. They want to make something out of this one, but the Ileza from Puppey will just go straight through 3 of the heroes, but Mech Charge is up already from Darkseer, so easy tier 1 tower, and they might even think Puppey is really slow, backed in, Puppey will go, Havorce has to leave him for dead, and that is him gone. Darkseer gets that kill, and they might not stop here. Tier 2 tower is very easy for them. There is nothing Na'Vi can really do to stop this at this stage of the game.
Not without the Beastmaster. He's got 3,200 gold.
Oh, actually, Sylar, he TP's out. Feeling the pressure there from Arsat, dropping the lone drip, the Serpent Wards. And Dendi.
So what is it?
Dendi,
full
gotta be careful.
mechanism on Light of Heaven. Full mech and 1,000 gold.
So not the
Phase
initiation.
boots.
Is that really worth what they've lost in the other lanes?
It is if he pays it back now, but now they need to find these fights because AM is horrendously underfarmed.
But would you believe the experience is actually completely level when you look over it? Now Dendi, who has the blast off, what does he end up stealing? He stole 3 points in Split Earth.
It's a very good spell for Rubik. Rubik, with that no cast point, he's got 0.1 in the cast point. A spell like Split Earth, which usually is pretty hard to hit with Leshrac, it's an almost instant cast for Rubik. He will always hit it on at least one target.
Yeah. I've just got a funny feeling that Na'Vi intended for their tier 1 towers to go down. The reason I'm saying that is Havorce now has a lot of space to move around on that top lane because LGD, they know how aggressive Na'Vi is as a team and won't want to enter the jungle unless they feel very confident that they know everything. And one ward's giving them a little bit of vision, but not enough to say, Havorce doesn't have support. And now Beastmaster, he can rotate around. He's back to farming Light of Heaven. And Zhao really thinking about coming towards middle lane. Arsat as well as here. Shock going. DK, he wants the Dragon Tail stun. Now the ensnare. Sylar comes in from the side. Pops up the mirror images. He wants Arsat's life. He will get it too. Hex on Yao. Maybe enough for Denny to finish the job. The tower is not doing enough damage. Beastmaster, where's that roar? Where's anything? He hasn't got anything up. He put the roar up. It's not going to be enough. 3 down for Na'Vi. Puppey is retreating. I don't know if it'll be enough. The Flame Breath gets him. 4 down. LGD making mincemeat of Na'Vi in the mid lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Light of Heaven shows up. Timing is wrong again, though. It's very unfortunate for them. Like, if this would have happened 2 seconds later, I think Light of Heaven would have been in the best position of his life. But LGD just seized the moment. Perfect timing on that initiation, get everything off correctly, and they even have the Song of the Siren to get back out if they get in trouble. They didn't even need it yet.
Nope, haven't needed it. It's just come from, well, and Puppey has said this publicly before too. He doesn't really respect Nagasiren as that big late game hero. Not in the same way he looks at what Anti-Mage is capable of doing. And at this point, Anti-Mage hasn't even finished up the Perseverance 15 minutes in, which with most Anti-Mages in this competition, with the treads, is kind of when you're sitting on the edge of finishing your full Battle Fury.
Yeah. But if Puppey doesn't respect the late game Nagasiren, he should respect this early game Nagasiren. She's been part of 13 out of 13 kills on that Nagasiren. It's absolutely incredible performance by Sylar. He's been all over the place. Not a kill has he missed, and he still has the second highest farm in the game, only surpassed by his teammate, Darkseer.
Na'Vi are going to force the fight in the bot lane, and maybe a steal. Sylar, Telki's going to pull him back in again. Arsaka chain off there to Naga Ullman. 1 TP, 2 TP, 3 TP. Puppey, he wants to go on the side. DDC hexed up. There goes the ensnare up, and Arsaka back in again. The wall is up, and Havorce is part of the fight. Rubik's already got 1. Now they're going to bring down Zhao. AM only does the damage. Now on to Sylar. DD put up in the air. Telki is looking for the stun as well. Dendi, he's blocking in. Sylar, is he? Sylar, Dendi is brought down. Sylar now unstoppable. But Havorce is not done yet. Double kill for him. Puppey trying to run away from the tower. They still want to bring down this tier 1 tower. There's a 3-for-2 trade on this bot lane, but they didn't kill off the Naga again. But Havorce managed to pick up a couple.
This is very good for Na'Vi. They were looking so weak in this game in the beginning, but that one fight when it actually kicks in like they want, then they have a really powerful lineup. Amazing play by all of them in that opening. And the only finger I can really put on this is that Asa didn't get the Hex off before the sleep.
Yeah.
I think he could have got that off after the telekinesis, a little bit slow on that, so the sleep gets off, the TPs come in, but maybe that was even better for Na'Vi, because they got a good trade, even though all the heroes TP'd in, they drew the TPs, so that's gold, and they still won the fight and got the tower. So amazing trade-off for them. The only problem for that was Yao was free farming all the while, so...
and he's getting closer and closer towards that BKB
he's
on
getting
DK.
really farmed on DK. And that's a hero Anti-Mage has a lot of trouble dealing with. That BKB, this hero has a lot of armor, high HP, and a low mana pool. So AM can burn his mana, but when that mana is gone, he deals almost no damage, because Yao will have that basic 8 armor from the Dragon Blood, and then even the 9 base armor the hero has as well. So
he's going to rely on other people to do the damage.
It's going to be a nightmare to bring down Yao. I really don't think they could do it without bringing the rest of the team down first. If they go on Yao, they will lose. He's going to be too hard to kill for them.
Yeah, they're going to focus Darkseer, all that. If they can bring him down before the fight begins, that Naga Siren. But you're already seeing Naga prep for it. And he's almost got enough money to finish the full Lincoln Sphere, walking around with 3k gold after having Perseverance. And once he has that initial initiation from Na'Vi, it just won't be enough. And it'll be Arsar's job to trigger that Lincolns and still get it. And now the war is top lane. But LGD going to defend this. Fortifications up. Axe to fly and kill off the creep wave as fast as possibly can.
Na'Vi want to fight this. Knowing Na'Vi, they really want to fight this, but I don't think LGD will let them. They'll defend it safely. It's the Coddle Wave, not hitting anything.
Xiao walking like a boss.
Now they're going in, Xiao.
Yeah, LGD wants to make a move, but Na'Vi can see this coming from a mile away. And already Puppey sets up another blast, and Xiao, you will not evade this one. In fact, you're going to take a point blank to the face. Straight through DDC as well. Again, another surge, but they're back far enough. And what's happening in mid lane in the meantime? Denny is free farming at the moment in the mid lane, while they keep hunting, and Puppey keeps blasting them off, and TD straight point blank.
And that's the mechanism used. This could be a fight for Na'Vi now. They're a mech up. Light of Heaven.
Man, these are luminous.
Xiao goes.
There's the back end. Light of Heaven is here, though. Wall is up. He can't get a proper back. Dragon Tail standing in Light of Heaven. They got that's a weird split earth ring the creep wave. Sylar roared up. Light of Heaven. Axe as well. He's already done a lot of damage. Sylar's on low. Light the blast from Connell. Light of Heaven running. And now the Hex on DK. He's a big man to bring down. Shackle as well. They've got to lock him in. Meanwhile, DDC running from Dandy. A boss will bring him down. Pubsy Oldie. Where is the DK? He's back at base. DD is hiding. DD is hiding. This direction. You will find him on the top lane, but they don't know he's there.
I actually think it's better for Na'Vi to just leave him here to rot.
Yeah,
just leave him.
He's got no TP. He's got no TP.
He's got no TP, and you don't want to fly a courier in here, and you definitely don't want to fly a courier in here against Dendy, because he will find it and track it down.
DD, how long?
That's what you gotta do. Oh man.
I can't take my eyes off it. Hang on. Man, look how close he is.
He's trying.
Look what's on the other side of the trees. There's a gem in the jungle. There's a gem on the other side of the trees.
Yao. Sorry, DD.
Did they kill?
He gets...
Couriers don't drop bombs anymore. How did they get there? The Raw pushing it, a dead body? Could be the only way that could have happened. But we do see DD get out safely.
Well, who even had a gem? I think I checked all the Radiant heroes and they didn't really have one.
Maybe it's the mystery gem left by Icefrog's past.
It's a good gem. It looks like it's going to work.
Does anybody know it's there?
All right, DK. It's now got its BKB up. Yao, still only level 1 on the ultimate. He will skill on level 15 and 16, which is what we usually see from DK, so they have that pushing power from the Dragon form. And Sylar on the bottom lane.
Drastic change in the experience is what the crowd gets to applaud.
That is a big change. Big play from Na'Vi behind their tower here.
It was 7.5k gold going the way of LGD as well, and now it's sitting about 3k going the way of Na'Vi. They're finding the pickoffs, and more importantly, Anti-Mage's net worth is catching up and about to go past the Naga Siren. He's running Anti-Mage inside the Radiant jungle, just farming up with that Battle Fury of DDC, as well as the rest of LGD, smoking and making a move.
This is big for
Raw,
Na'Vi.
can they get it? Blink, can't get that Raw. A force to burn, a force to kill. They get it as well. Meanwhile, back at Roshan, DK up from Yao. Great back. Dandy and Puppey caught out. Puppey will take a fall. One last blast. Dandy clears the split and a stun, and TBing out.
Oh.
No! The stun will fly just in time. Havors was looking for something at the rear. Arsat looks like he managed to find himself an invis room for now. Runs away on that bot lane. There still becomes a 2-for-1 trade, but the more important thing, Naga goes down, Anti-Mage stays up.
Yeah, he gets some more farm out of this, of course. The last hit on the kill did go to Light of Heaven, so he gets the biggest bag of gold, and he's looking to go for an Aghanim Scepter now on this Beastmaster. Has the point booster already in 1,500 gold, so we're only looking 1,400 gold away from that one. And wow, really, LGD? Are you going to do this?
They're thinking about it, man. Why not?
Oh, okay, it's a very low tower. They'll snipe it.
Yep.
This is a good play.
Blast.
Good play. Free tower. DDC will take that on the Leshrac. And that's drum for him if he wants it.
Look at the net worth difference, though. This is the biggest problem LGD are facing. They shut Havors down so well, and now he's up to 9,000 net worth over the 8k Naga Siren. But you got to say, as you said, involved in fights, involved in farm, everything was his. And now Havors has out-leveled him. He's got Ultimate Orb up on him, so Mandastalos coming up as well for Havors. And looks like, again, Light of Heaven with Raw, phase boost popping. He wants to have a crack at this bot lane, but not a single Naga is real.
No, Syla is
they're
showing
thinking
a lot of
mid.
respect here.
They're thinking mid.
Whoa, whoa, no way.
Smokers here, they're checking for the wars. The Hawk is doing their scouting for them, and they're going to find Yao. Yao is going to walk in. Navi is there! They get the roll, the wars go down. The Collar Blast as well. He just wipes over the DK's corpse, and now the leak, maybe the blinding light. DD's in trouble. Havors jumps in. One last right click. It's a whole bunch of Havors. Nice little strike stun. They're looking for more. They jump on down. Chain 1, chain 2. Naga ultimate. Slows them down. The crowd is not happy.
Oh.
Not Alpha. Not Alpha.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Crowd getting behind the only remaining non-Chinese hope for the international and defending champions. And net, Dandy. But nobody is near. They cannot follow through LGD. But they've still got the Wombo combo up their sleeve, and we cannot forget this. What happens when DK pops level 16? What happens when we get Frost Dragon BKB? That's my question.
Yeah, the really good thing about that fight for Na'Vi is that they caught out this particular hero before the fight began. If they don't catch out the Dragon Knight like this, and he gets the BKB and Dragon Form off, they can't touch him. There's nobody on Na'Vi's side that has the damage. People are loving the graph. But it's a serious concern for Na'Vi that they're making an amazing comeback here, but they need to remember Havors needs to get really, really, really big. It's not enough that he gets good farm.
Yeah.
Because there's two carries on the other side that are looking incredibly strong, namely Naga Siren and DK, both of which are very good against Anti-Mage. The Ensnare locks him down when he blinks in. DK, incredibly tanky, has that stun as well against... it has the 3.25 second duration on level 4 against Havors. And he needs to be so careful. But then again, what speaks for Na'Vi? They have Primal Roar, one of the best skills against a single target carry in the game.
Notice what's happening with the farm from Light of Heaven. He's 400 away from Aghanim Scepter, and that's going to make that Roar just so much more.
I can't believe how farmed Light of Heaven is.
It's those ancient stacks of stuff.
He's the same level as Anti-Mage.
Anti-Mage is, yeah, you're right, just behind it. In fact, this is going to be level 3 Raw with an Aghanim Scepter.
25 minutes in.
Oh, man.
I don't think I've ever seen this before in a competitive game.
Well, it cost Na'Vi a lot to get him there, and we were asking the question to ourselves at one point, like that big point, 7.5k gold advantage going the way of LGD. You had to ask yourself the question, what is Na'Vi doing? They're losing so much in other lanes. It just wasn't working for them, or so we thought. But hey, nobody should question what Na'Vi thinks, really.
Yeah, this is Light of Heaven. I was questioning him a lot early on for not doing much, but he's really paid it back in the last couple of fights.
Yeah.
He's been
yeah.
really the primus motor behind the big moves that they've just had. That Raw and the big farm on him has been playing a big role for them as well.
Here we go. Here we go from LGD.
Oh, LGD.
This is their time.
Na'Vi.
This is their time to find an opening. Lincoln Sphere's up on Naga. Gonna be difficult to even do anything to her. BKB DK. We're gonna have DD, who's got ulti up as well. He'll be looking for anything they can find. Dendi is the only one nearby, and he is already on the run back. It's a tier 2 tower they want. Oh, DD! He right-clicks a fake Dendi. Reveals the fact that they were moving one attack, and the entire smoke gank is spoiled. So now they've just got to force a full 5v5 fight on that tier 2 tower in the bot lane.
This fight is going to be huge. It's going to determine who takes the lead for the next 10 minutes almost, I think.
Already LGD, there's going to be a disadvantage. That blast right over the top of them. The creep wave is gone. The
Primal
Roar!
Roar!
Look at the range on that. Now the back. Is there going to be a wall as well? Arsat ensnared, but Sylar's locked in range of the tower. Telekinesis pulls him back. Sylar's ulti. The Cotter Blast will still fly. A Force in the midst of it. The wall is up. You can chase us, but you will have to replicate. Now Light of Heaven tanking it up. He is too far out. Forced up back by Denny, but they pull him back in again. Denny being set up. Fantastic split earth. Now they want to keep on going. Yao, that is one fast Iron Shell chicken. Arsat, he'll go down as well. And there's more. Yao, Dendy, 5-on-1. Maybe he's got help. Havorse is here. Riptide will bring down Dendy. Havorse will follow. Arsat doing what it can. But Naga, it is a triple kill for Sylar. And Na'Vi, we kind of thought with all the other fights that they should have just been like easy as pie. But in this scenario, LGD ate the whole thing.
This just goes to show how important that Primal Roar is for them. Light of Heaven, premature initiation here. They weren't ready for it. He threw his Roar and no, they're not getting in here. But Light of Heaven, the Primal Roar going out on Dragon Knight was basically worthless. They couldn't follow up on it because they know if they run in, there's two things to stop them. Naga sleep setup or Darkseid Vacuum to pull them together for a big combo on this Rack and Venom. So Na'Vi, they can't go in like this. And the Roar from Light of Heaven, when that was used, they kind of had to get out of there. They had to just drop the tower, but they tried to take the fight, and this cost them a lot. The Graphs, they're dipping back up. And that's not the only thing. Na'Vi, I think they rebought 2 or 3 heroes. At least Dendy, I was sure rebought there, and I think maybe one more.
We can check it right now. We had Dendy rebuy, Shadow Shaman also rebought as well.
Yeah, so double rebuy for Na'Vi, and they still lost the fight plus their tower. That's a very, very big blow.
Are they just playing with Roshan, or are they seriously considering having a crack at him? No, they're not. Dendy's nowhere near it. I can also point out, for the next team fight, there's different things happening from DK. One thing starting off, Plate Mail, a possible Shiva's Garn from DK, also a possible Assault Cuirass coming out from him.
Yeah, they're probably going for the standard build with Cuirass, especially now that they have a double carry lineup. Sylar has Diffusal Blade on that Naga Siren. And this can be used in a way, this is something we haven't
pipe
really...
on Darkseer as
they've
well.
got Pipe as well? Oh dear.
Yeah.
But this Diffusal Blade, there's something we haven't really seen in competitive play at all. Diffusal Blade can be used on allied targets. You can purge the Hex of Rasta, for example. Remove that Hex and get the opening in the fight. If that's the way Na'Vi are going to initiate on the Dragon Knight, Raw into Hex, they purge the Hex, they turn it around.
Yeah.
Apart from that, huge damage item, of course. The Illusions get that feedback, 20 damage that also burns mana. And, well, Sylar, he's getting bigger and bigger. And my concern for Havorse is, even if he gets his farm going really, really well right now, is it going to be enough? Can he even out-carry these two big boys?
If he gets a hard, he'll be okay. The one thing we did see, which worked actually in the group stages, I can't remember which match it was, but it was definitely an anti-mage having the farm. He was able to survive inside the Naga ult with all the extra combos that came out after, because Naga would set up and then he's able to deal with the initial burst damage. That's where the HP comes in. So he's able to get Reaver. If he can get that Vitality booster up and then the proper hard, even if it's just a blink away during an engagement, heal up straight away, then jump back in again with full life. That's the big, big play. And LGD, they've got to have enough burst damage in their lineup to ensure they're able to kill off the anti-mage. The problem anti-mage is going to have is everything he picks up is turned around on him by the Darkseer.
Yeah, the Darkseer wall is also a factor we haven't really talked about much yet. Xiao 8 hasn't been using it much. But this wall, when you get into late game, is an incredibly powerful tool, especially if he goes for that Aghanim Scepter, of course. Gets a lot of damage done to the lineup he pulls in. And I mean, I don't know if Na'Vi can be content with this situation. I feel like they have to find something right now, because if they just sit back and farm, I think it's a losing battle for them.
Yeah.
And LGD, I feel like they know this. They're doing the right thing. LGD, they take the fights they can take. They had this one overextension at top of the tier 2 tower that Na'Vi capitalized on massively, and I think they learned their lesson. After that, haven't dived the towers. They've been fighting in front of the tower, have been using the Song of the Siren very well by Sylar, and have been getting the objectives that they needed to get a big lead back again. And they're just finding the farm, and Na'Vi on the back foot. Dendy, he's trying to find something mid, but he's got very, very little for 31 minutes into the game. He's got 4-star face boots only. He's been rebuying as well.
Yep.
these items are just not coming. I don't think LGD has rebought a single hero this game, so all the gold they earned, they didn't throw it away on anything else than items. I mean, they're doing a fantastic job. You see them aggressive play. They push out both mid and bottom lane, get the ward out by DD here to get the control down here, making them feel safer around their woods and keeping Na'Vi at bay. Na'Vi 4 heroes in base, I think. Yeah, 3 or 4 at least. Havost is out on the lane, but...
He's thinking right now, how do we really approach this? And Na'Vi, they were thinking about going 4-man smoke and see if they can take a man. There's 4v, however many you can catch out, and give that space to Havost. The best thing that can happen right now for Havost is either dominate during a 5v5, but even better, 4-man ganking, Na'Vi running around, they find 1 kill, and they give him space to farm. Now, 3,400 gold is his net worth. His net worth is still 2k above that Naga Siren. So if he's able to get that Reaver up, if the rest of Na'Vi can give him the space to do so, then we're looking big. LGD checking Roshan. Jarl coming up. He does now surged up. Are they going to find the stun? They're going to find Light of Heaven to start with. Denny is here. Ice Dragon comes up. Puppy already starting off. Is it the Manalingus? Light of Heaven being stunned up. Gale as well. Ensnare is there. Back into a wall. Is it going to be there? Yeah, there is. It's going to be too much. Color Blast already. Light of Heaven is dead. But Yao, his ward trap's in here. He's fighting his way back out again. Now he's just enjoying the farm. The puppy leads one last blast just to ensure there is no threat to the racks.
And that's Roshan for LGD. Good gank again. Smoke gang, excellent execution. They find the 1 hero they need. Na'Vi even using those Mars Serpent wards, which didn't really make a big difference there apart from giving the LGD free farm. But if LGD don't take Roshan now, that's like a massive show of respect to Na'Vi that they don't dare taking Roshan with this big advantage in the fight.
Yeah,
they're still not going for it.
We are going AC on the Dragon Knight, by the way. He's got the recipe inside his inventory.
Yeah, he's getting very close. He needs about 600 gold? 800.
And 3k on Sylar. What happens when Sylar, if he goes hard? Does Anti-Mage even have the damage to bring him down? Then you got to go through DK as well as the Naga Siren with more life than what they can really handle. It's the downside for Havost. If he wants to go like the Reaver, like we kind of assume he's going to, and Havost trying to snipe out that T1 tower, force at least the Glyph to pop, and Sylar would love to chase him down, but Havost, he's just trying to pull them away. So the rest
he got it in deny range. I don't think this was a good decision by Havost. That's going to be a deny for LGD.
No, it's a good decision if you pull them up towards the top lane.
Oh, this is smart.
It might be enough. It might be enough, and well, Havost, he's got 4.8k gold, and you throw an Aegis Immortal on him, it's possible he might even try and go for something bigger. LGD, they sense something is going on, but will they have time? Havost just keeps getting bashed up by Roshan. Now there's the Hex. That'll buy him some time to right-click. They've got to finish this now. They've got to finish this now. LGD, they're just knocking on the door. Havost on low life. The bash just going to stop him. Picks up the Aegis, and they'll jump out. Retreat. Any casualties? No, there's not. They managed to get Roshan under the noses of LGD.
Amazing play by Na'Vi to see this opening, and Havost makes it single-handedly, pushing top. Just that 1 TP from Naga Siren lets Na'Vi know that they have a time buffer of about at least 30 seconds where where the Naga Siren has to rotate down to challenge them at the Roche Pit. And they do get the Aegis.
And Anti-Mage goes back to base to heal up 5k gold on the Anti-Mage.
All right, Yasha on Sylar. AC flying in for Yao in just a moment.
It's going to get Manda-style Naga Siren.
He's got it all.
And look at that. Yeah, he's now got the money for Hyperstone. Sells his TP scroll, and the Courier's making the trek. So AC for the push for LGD. This is, man, there's no way you know who can take this. It's going to come down to who can get caught. Hazard. Don't make me fear for your life when you go out like that. But look at Havost as well. He's so far down that ball lane. Look at the damage he's done to him. This is why he needs life. He's only got 1,300. He has a TP back right now. He's got a TP back. He needs time to heal. I think he thinks he's going to be ganked up, but LGD, they're all in the middle lane. They say, not a problem. Anti-Mage on Half-Life. Let's go, boyos. In we go. Sylar pops up the Manda style. Or is it, no, it's just his mirror images. And look at that tower. Puppy's doing what he can with a blast. And the tower fortification is forced to come out. And Dendi, he's actually a Frost Dragon on the back end. There's 2 Frost Dragons. Roar on Sylar. Havost starts in. Nice back. Wonderful wall. There's still a fight going in the BKB Frost Dragon. There's too much for Na'Vi to deal with. But still no casualties. Now there's a casualties. Leshrac with a double. Light of Heaven stun. Held in position. Then he's doing what he can, but it is just too much. This will be mid-racks. Denny able to steal off, maybe Arsat back in again. One more trap, he gets it on DD. Havosk returns towards the engagement. Eggers the immortal pop. Will it be enough when he comes back up again? 5 heroes, maybe 4, but no, GG! 36 minutes, and China, even the boys in the E home camp, they're waving that flag high. Na'Vi getting done in the first game by LGD, superior team fight, and maybe a little bit of extra respect going to be given to that team fight combo of LGD. But how is game number 2 going to go? Na'Vi, they're going to have some time to have a bit of a discussion and say what really happened here. And LGD prepare themselves. They are 1 win away from playing in the grand final for the $1 million. Of course, our next match coming up soon. Meanwhile, back over to the boys on the panel.
There we have it. So LGD still undefeated, taking down Na'Vi in the first match, pulling them 1 game closer to moving on to the grand finals, where they will play, of course, for $1 million. And guys, I don't like pointing fingers, but I have to say, when you get to this stage of the tournament, some players do feel pressure, nerves, and play differently. I can't help but say, Light of Heaven on the Beastmaster, he wasn't in sync all the time with his team.
Well, there was a couple mistakes. He did jump in and roar a little bit aggressively. Then he got caught out. Dindy came up to save him. He tried the force epic save. Unfortunately, that got Dindy killed as well, and then he bought out. So it was a very costly mistake there on bottom. But I think really, to me, the bigger thing is they gave away the Naga yet again. And last night, Na'Vi showed that they know how to play against Naga. This time, however, typically they banned the Morphling to remove the Naga Morphling combo, and they still gave away the Darkseer like they did, but this time there was a DK. And how do you think DK changed the dynamic?
He matches up really well against Anti-Mage, and I think LGD were expecting the Anti-Mage pick. Na'Vi have been using it on quite a few occasions, especially in these big matches. Havost, it's been sort of a go-to hero for him. The DK, not really a counter, so to speak, but it's a hero who can sort of just group up and push, and Anti-Mage doesn't really do well against those sort of early to mid-game 5v5s. He just wants to keep on farming.
Bruno, what have you got for us? Anything on the DK?
Yeah, maybe it's not the Light of Heaven performing well or underperforming. Maybe LGD is just too good. Actually, I wanted to take the opportunity to ask the two of you guys, but I don't know if you have a clip before.
Sorry?
Do we have a clip before about the fight? Because I wanted to make some questions, but...
Oh, yeah, we do actually have a highlight. We can do that, and then we're coming back to Bruno's game show. Coming soon.
Yeah, so this is the fight on bottom. We see the Keeper, the Light. Keeper Light was really effective in this game, except for in the landing phase. You see the roar here on Yao. This is what we're talking about. It gets Arzart pulled in as well as Light of Heaven. So the roar is it's already gone. So Sylar's not really in fear. He goes ahead and uses the sleep. It puts everybody in a poor position. Havost does manage to blink away, but he leaves Light of Heaven. See how Light of Heaven has gone in to try and help Havost. He's way too far into this battle at this point. Now Dindy forces him in. He comes up with him. Now this gets Dindy killed as well. So Light of Heaven goes down. Now Dindy dies. Dindy is forced to buy back. Arzart's getting chased, and again, he has no support here to help him out, so Arzart's going to go down as well. I think Puppey gets away from this. Yes, he does. So Puppey and Havost live, but Dindy TP's back in. Havost comes in to help. Again, that net from Naga is just so effective. I mean, you have a primary carry, or not a primary carry, but rather a primary farmer who has obviously an insane ult. But on top of that, similar to how we talked about Leshrac last game, it's a farmer who's able to start the fight. When you lead off with one of that, you set up a Split Earth, and Split Earth is one of the most powerful stuns in the game. That's why it has such a long animation and it's hard to actually hit. But with a net, you pretty much land it every time.
And something I love about LGD is they utilize this Naga Siren to its full potential. Yesterday, Na'Vi gave IG the Naga Siren. Naga Siren were basically using it for the ultimate, using it to set those big team fights. LGD used it to completely crush that top tri lane. I mean, I think it was the first 13 kills. Naga Siren was involved in every single one of them.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance LGD probably talks through Naga a little bit more than IG did. I feel like Na'Vi gave IG the opportunity to prove that they could play with Naga, and they failed. IG basically said, yeah, we did this incorrectly. We went for this crazy wombo combo strategy. We didn't really use it as a second. And then I think that LGD, they used it well enough that I think there's a pretty strong chance that Na'Vi are going to ban it in game 2.
All right, and going back to Light of Heaven, obviously saw him in that clip, but earlier on he was farming the Ancients. There were plenty of fights, some up top, some in middle, where he didn't have a TP. If he did, would he have gone? Because he was very high on level. I think when he finished the Ancients, he was all the way up to 11. But prior to that, of course, he still got Primal Roar. He can still come in. He can still help. Should he have?
Hard to say. I mean, it's one of those things where there was a lot of gold there to be picked up, but as a Beastmaster, there's no real big item you can get which will change the flow of a game. Heroes like Rubik, sure, you can get a 4-star Blink, you can really be influential early game, but Beastmaster, he needs to come to those fights in my eyes, and that was a bit of a mistake from Light of Heaven as well.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to commit a lot of farm on him as possible. I mean, yeah, they did lose that top lane. I feel like Navi expected that top lane to go a little bit better than it did, and you just have Beastmaster stacking a million agents, which is what he did, and he got a very quick mechanism, but ultimately, it didn't really help out, right? They got a lot of deaths up top. Beastmaster wasn't there to help, and when he finally did have a roar, it was a little bit too late.
All right, and Bruno, are you ready to start your game show?
Yes, please. Thank you. No, actually,
sorry,
I was
we don't have any intro music for you. So.
I'll make something up. No, I was going to give you the stats, but that would be spoiling you at this point. So I was going to ask you guys and get stats on you instead. So quickly, each position will go team by team, and you tell me who's better, like Sylar or Hvos.
Sylar.
I think Sylar. I mean, LGD haven't lost a game, so...
Yao or Dendi?
Dendi.
Yao.
Oh, 50-50, nice. Xiaoba or Light of Heaven?
Xiao 8.
Xiao 8.
DDC, Puppy.
Can I just like preemptively select LGD all across the board?
Okay.
I'm gonna take DDC as well.
Okay.
I think Puppy's a better captain, but I think DDC is a
James, DD or Arsart?
What? I don't want to play.
That's not an answer, James.
Bruno. Okay.
I have a question for Bruno.
Yeah.
What is Navi's statistics when they lose game 1 of the best of 3?
I'll be back to you on that after they win game 2.
But while you wait, Bruno, have a banana.
Oh, definitely. Matches.
All right, then we're ready to go back into the game. We'll see if Navi will be able to bring it back. Of course, they're down 0-1. If they lose, they're going down to the lower bracket finals. If they win, they're going to tie us up for another game. But of course, LGD can make it all the way to the grand finals if they pick up this win. Over to the commentators.